Welcome back. It's Coach Peggy Lynn. I am an EFT practitioner as well as an energy worker, and I help people overcome their fear of public speaking as well as help people uncover the blocks that are in the way of expressing themselves authentically. So I mentioned EFT. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the common experiences that people have during an EFT session. So if you are not aware, one of the first things we do during the EFT session is identify the issue, the presenting issue that you want to work on that day. And then we unpack your resistance or the amount of discomfort that you feel around that issue, and then we give it a rating, typically on a scale of 1 to 10. We call that the SUDs rating. So we give it a rating, and then we begin to tap. As we're tapping, we go through, a round or two, and then we come back and check in on that same rating. And one of the things that can happen that can throw people off sometimes, or maybe confusing, is they started at a particular number and then the number rises and they're thinking, oh my goodness, what's happening? It's not working. Why am I feeling more of this anxiety, more of the anger, more of this, whatever the emotions around the issue are? Well, why is it more pronounced? Part of yourself that's been holding on and creating this uncomfortable feeling or the emotional turmoil, that part of you finally has a chance to express itself. So yes, it's possible that the number can go up. That's a good thing. In that case, you simply continue to focus in on that presenting issue and you continue tapping until the issue begins to come down. In the event that we are still focused narrowly on that same aspect of the issue and the number arises, that is fantastic. We continue to focus there and then tap down. Another reason it can seem like the SUDs rating has gone up is that there's been relief experience with whatever was presented by the client, and then all of a sudden the relief happens and the mind automatically switches to some other aspect of the problem. And because that other aspect of the problem has not yet been addressed, yes, the number is going to be high. And what we want to do is check back in on the original issue that was presented, make sure that it's been addressed wholly, it's been tapped down to 0, 1, 2, it's manageable, and then we move on to this next aspect of the issue that the client, I wanted to say patient, that the client is now presenting with, and then begin to tap that down as well. And that brings me to the next issue. Oftentimes we can experience tremendous relief as we're engaged in this EFT tapping. One thing to be aware of is the presenting issue and all of the aspects around the issues that you can experience the most benefit. And what I mean by the different aspects are, here's an example. A young man comes to my workshop. His complaint is he's having to present in front of a large group of people. He's a student, a large group of other students, and the nerves about being in front of all these people is the problem. So we tap and tap and tap and tap. All of a sudden there's a lot of relief, and then the mind kind of switches to this other aspect. And I explained to him, okay, so there are many aspects to this issue. The first aspect is being in front of all these people. What are the thoughts that I'm thinking about myself, about the other people, what the other people are thinking about me? What are my physical sensations? Do I have a clenched throat, as he had described? My throat is tight, my chest is tight, my hands are sweaty. Physical symptoms. Emotions. What are the emotions around this experience? So we want to really begin to examine everything that's going into the presenting issue and tap those things down so that you can have the most benefit and just feel free of it so that you can move on. That was just a brief explanation of what to expect during an EFT session. If there are any questions, do feel free to leave it down below in the comment section. If you found this information to be useful, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more such information, and until next time, bye-bye.